Hello everyone and welcome back to the Adobe Ring Ranch. Today I thought since the weather is so much cooler and a little bit breezier, I hope the wind noise isn't too distracting on this video. I thought I would just take you for a quick spin around and show you the progress on some of the fruit trees we have on the property. Some are good, some not so good, some are a little frustrating. So I'm going to flip the camera around and give you a little update on what's been going on with the fruit trees. Okay, so first up are the peach trees, and within this little bed here that Clint had created a number of years ago are the peach trees. And a couple of videos ago, you'll remember that we just installed these little hoop structures so that we could net the peach trees this year, because Clint had told me last year all the peaches were eaten by birds, and I was not here to assist him to help him put up these netting structures. But regardless, they are netted now. Um, you can check the prior videos if you're interested in that little one. Uh, this is one of our newly planted peach trees. Clint is busy inside, so I apologize for not knowing all the names of all of these peach trees, but I know this one here is newly planted this year, and we removed the blossoms from this tree because we did not want it to fruit. It needs to build up a little strength and some root system, and then maybe we'll let it fruit next year. But for this year, it definitely is not going to be fruiting. There's another one on this side that Clint had just recently planted. This was a mail order plant. Again, I don't remember the name of it, but this is one of the ones that we pulled the blossoms off of the tree as well, because being newly planted, you shouldn't let them fruit the first year. This one here has been in the ground for a number of years, and we were getting a lot of fruit on these trees, but I'm noticing some of the fruits have been drying up and shriveling up, which is quite frustrating to me. We didn't have to thin much because there weren't that many fruits on this tree. And of course, the wind is now blowing, but here's a little peach right here forming. So far, that one's looking okay, but there's another peach next to it that is drying up. So I'm not sure what the cause of this fruit drying up is. Uh, Here's another one. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Here's another little peach right here. I'm 50-50 on this one at the moment. I can't tell if this one's going to become a full-grown peach or if it's going to dry up and fall off like some of the other ones. Time will tell. Of course, if you Google search peach fruits drying on a tree, you're going to get so many reasons that there's no way you can pinpoint why or why it's doing what it's doing. So right now, peaches are one of my most frustrating fruit tree at the moment. I'm going to do my best to figure it out. Regardless, the vegetation on the tree looks pretty darn good. I like the color, and the tree seems to be doing fairly well. So hopefully we get a couple of peaches off this particular tree. I guess time will tell whether or not I get at least one or two. It'd be nice to taste particular fruit and see what it's all about. But again, between hailstorms, late freezes, bird problems, peaches have definitely become a major headache for us at the Adobe Ring Ranch. But we'll figure it out. Here's one of our largest trees, peach trees on the property, and there's a decent size peach on it right here. My only problem with this one is that it's too darn close to the netting, so I just see a bird landing on the netting and taking a little bite out of it, but we'll see how that goes. And I don't know if you can see at the very top of this plant, but there's another peach up at the top, which seems to be doing well. Again, why does it have to be so close to the netting? So that the birds can have a feast. But again, we'll do what we can do, and I guess just chalk up another failure year on the peach uh, department. Um, we might get a couple. Um, Here's another one on this side. Not too bad. Again, that one looks like it might develop into a peach. Maybe some of the smaller ones were not fertilized properly by some of the bees and what have you. But here's another little fruit here, and that one seems to be doing okay so far. It doesn't seem to be getting too dried out at the moment. So again, we'll cross our fingers. It'd be nice to get a couple of fruits off this to try them out. As far as this bird netting, it's not too bad. I don't like how it's grabbing on some of the leaves here. But again, with proper pruning of the trees and maybe just another hoop on one side of this will keep the netting off. Again, it was a quick fix, and as time goes on, if we start to get peaches, then maybe I'll invest into a better netting system down the road. Okay, next up would be mulberries. All right, so next up would be the mulberry tree. This is the ever-bearing mulberry, and at least so far this year, it's definitely living up to its name. It's been giving off fruit ever since we got here back in February, and these little fruits are delicious. And there's a number, excuse me, I just ate that one. There's a number of red fruits still on the tree, so we still should get a mini harvest, maybe not as much as we had gotten when we first got here. The jam we made was delicious, and this is the first year we've actually got such a big harvest off this tree. Not to mention the quail who come by a couple of times a day and jump into the tree to knock off some of the fruit so they can gobble them up. But Clint and I are okay with that right now because we've definitely had our share of mulberries, and there's still quite a few still on the tree, so we'll still be able to come out here and have a little sampling here and there. Now, this is the oldest and the largest of the mulberries, so this one will probably be more of the ever-bearing than the other two on the property. So we have two other ever-bearing mulberries on the property as well. They did give us a small crop when we first got here. Here's one of them right here. The fruit size was a little bit smaller, but again, the plant is newer, and so is the other one that's on the other side of the property. This one has no more fruit on it, so it may be done for the season right now, and we're not too concerned about that because, like we said, it is one of the younger trees, and let it just put on some more growth this summer, and we'll see how it does next year. Okay, next up, apple trees. All right, so coming around the corner to some of the apple trees. Again, it's another fruit that was a little difficult to get going here, and the cutter bees had a field day on the leaves as well. But I think the cutter bees have actually slowed down. Um, I don't know why this particular apple tree had bloomed twice. I don't know why, but I really don't care. My problem was I don't think enough of the other apple trees were in bloom at the time to help with cross pollination. Um, and as you can see, it's a little bit on the scraggly side, so I'm hoping with water and some fertilization, we can get this young lady off and running. Another one of the apple trees over here, I think it had a couple of blossoms on it, nothing crazy, but I'm not seeing any fruit set here at all at the moment. And again, the vegetation or the leaf growth on this isn't great. It's better, but again, with watering and fertilization, we hope to kickstart this and get this going, especially now that we're here full time. Hopefully, we can spend a little more time with the care it needs to really get going. Some of the apple trees around the back are just as sparse in leaf coverage. This one back here is another one. And as you can see, it's tall. It's holding up to the weather conditions, but again, we're not getting any leaf growth out of this. So I'm not understanding this, but these varieties are supposed to have low chill hours and do well in the desert. But again, I think these went in last year. So hopefully being here full time now, we'll be able to jumpstart these apple trees and get them going on the right foot, or they're going to be categorized under pain in the neck trees along with the fruits, the peach trees. I'm sorry. All right, let's switch it around and we'll head over to the pomegranates. All right, so here are the pomegranates. We've got one on this side of the bed and one on this side. Yes, we planted two. They're called the Wonderful Pomegranate. We have yet to get any fruit off them, unfortunately. The fruit set starts now, but usually isn't harvestable until the end of the fall, at least back east. The fall for here would probably be end of September, sometime in October, and that's when Clint usually left the ranch to head back home to Connecticut. Now that we are here full-time residents, I'm sure that it'll be a different ball game, and hopefully we get a couple of pomegranates off of these trees. I am not an expert on growing pomegranates. Obviously, it's too cold back east, but we've had these trees here a number of years, and they do flower nicely. And I've seen some old fruit set on the actual tree, so I do know that they do set fruit. But regardless, fruit or not, these flowers are stunning. They are incredible. And then up at the top of the tree, up against the blue sky, they look fantastic. So if I don't get any fruit, I'd be more than happy to settle on just the flower. With talking about fruit, I can tell you that the pomegranate shrub, tree, whatever you want to call it, it is over 8 feet, so I would categorize it as a tree. Does have male and female flowers on it, and I discovered that by doing a Google search because I found that a lot of the flowers were dropping to the ground, and I thought maybe there was a problem, but in fact those are just the male flowers or the unpollinated female flowers that were dropping off of the tree, so I wasn't too concerned. While I was getting ready for this video, I did discover that I do actually have a pomegranate fruit forming, so fingers crossed we'll be able to eat this particular fruit. Again, knowing when the pomegranate fruit is actually ripe is similar to like growing a watermelon. You don't have many fruits to play with to figure out when is best. You just have to cross your fingers and read the information that's on the internet and hopefully make a good judgment call. This has got a smooth, rounded surface. When the fruit is ripened, it will have more of not a coarse texture, but it'll be a smooth, more bumpy feel to it when you rub your hand. I guess lobe might be the better word. On the fruit, and that's supposed to indicate that the fruit is ripe. I did notice a lot of our fruits used to split, and again, reading the information, I was told that a split fruit is also okay to eat and probably ripe at that particular time. So this is the pomegranate situation. It's still early in the season. We still have a lot of new growth coming out. There's some dead stuff that I could probably trim off. And the flower set was impressive a couple of weeks ago, but again, we do have more blossoms getting ready to open, as you can see here. There's another one down here, and I'm just amazed that with these flimsy limbs here or branches, that it can actually support such a heavy fruit. But regardless, that is the wonderful pomegranate, and so far so good. So now I'm going to take you over to the fig situation. All right, so one of the figs I wanted to start off with is one of our original figs that we had planted between two of the water tanks, 1 and 2, off of our back patio. We figured that it would get some decent protection here from the wind and the weather, and then in the winter time, hopefully the black tanks would reflect some of that extra sunlight to keep it warm. Not that figs don't do well here in the desert, but we like to take whatever precautions we can and help the tree out. And I don't know if you can see, but look how big and how thick the stem here is. It kind of split off in different directions, but the plant is extremely healthy and doing really well this year. Again, I think that had to do with no late frosts, which always seem to be a problem here. And as you can see, we are getting figs, and we are getting a lot of figs off of this. And I'm thinking at the moment we are well past the frost-free zone, but you know how Mother Nature can be, so I'm not going to count on anything. But this Alma fig is doing exceptionally well and putting on a lot of fruit here early in the season, and hopefully we will get a good harvest off of her this year. I know in past years Clint has had way too many fruits and wound up making fig jam out of these, and gave them to one of our neighbors, and they both love them. Love the jam. This particular fig is a green fig. Uh, we just wanted to try a variety of different figs here on the ranch, just to see which ones would do best. And I'm also told that sometimes the purple figs are more attractive to the birds, where the green ones not so much. Maybe they don't see them, I don't know. But regardless, I'm game to try as many different varieties of figs as possible. And as we stated earlier in earlier videos, that Clint and I are not fig snobs, meaning some people look down on certain varieties like brown turkey. Clint and I both love brown turkey. It has a true fig taste. I don't need to grow a fig that's going to taste like strawberry jam or honey. I want a fig to taste like a fig. But now that we've got a number of different fig varieties growing, which again, I will show you a few more around the property. Um, they may have a slight difference in flavor, but I just need them to grow well, and I want them to produce fruit. And the actual taste, I'm sure I will not be disappointed in. So after Alma Fig here, I'm going to take you over to brown turkey. All right, so as we make our way through the jungle here, we'll make our way to brown turkey. And this one had come from Connecticut originally. We took a cutting and we rooted it, and we brought it here to the Adobe Ring Ranch. So it's been here a number of years already, and the trunk on this tree is getting quite large and quite thick as well. Not as big as Alma, but it hasn't been here as long as Alma either. So the brown turkey for me is a great tasting fig. And again, due to the fact that we did not have a late frost, we are getting some decent fruit sets. So I'm very happy so far with the progress of the development of fruit here. Can you see down in here? There's a whole bunch more. And they seem to like explode overnight or appear overnight. I don't want to use the word explode, they're not exploding. They appear overnight, and then they kind of stall for a while. And you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. It must be because you're anticipating being able to eat them, and it feels like forever. Sort of like watching a pot of water to start boiling. It just seems to take forever. Um, there's a few more fruits down here. Wow, I'm pretty impressed. I didn't realize there were so many fruits on here. There's another one that's kind of on the large size, starting to turn darker in color. Um, what else did I want to say about this brown turkey? As far as the fruit, what happens is it gets to a point where the fruits themselves get softer to the touch, and this stem here will bend and the fruit will droop a little bit, and that's when you know that your figs are ready for harvest. So even though they're starting to turn color, getting a little bit on the large side, they should be getting bigger, and they will get soft to the touch, and then that stem will start to bend and drop the fruit down a little bit, and then you know that the actual fig is ready to be harvested. So the brown turkey is doing quite well. It is on a drip system. It also gets deep watered every couple of days. I think it's on a 4-day cycle. I'll have to confirm that with Clint, but there's a lot of new growth coming out, and like I just showed you, there's a ton of fruit forming on that tree. And something else that Clint had done, I don't know if you can pick up on this on the video, but there's like a mound of soil here, and the water comes when it rains up in the mountains. Sometimes it washes down here and it hits this little mound of soil, and it kind of pools there. When that little mound starts to fill with water, it overflows into this spot and saturates this whole area here, and slowly gets seeped into the ground, which in turn helps out the brown turkey fig. So yes, this is part of Clint's little system. He learned the flow of the water down the mountain, and he took advantage of slowing it down and pooling it so that some of the plants here could benefit from them instead of the water completely rushing down the hill, down the driveway, and across the property. He's able to capture a number of gallons here of water that will benefit not only brown turkey, but some of the native vegetation that he has also planted here. All right, so now I'm going to take you around the other side of the house and show you another fig called Chicago Hardy. Okay, so coming off the back patio here is a little exit area or entrance area, depending on what you want to call it. We've got our Asian pear trees to the left, to this side, and then to this side is where we have all of our mandarins. Um, I guess I skipped over mandarins. I wanted to take you to the Chicago hardy fig, but since we're here, we've got 4 mandarin trees here that again set a lot of flowers this spring, and there's a lot of fruit, tiny little fruits on them. So we're hopeful that this fall we'll get a bumper crop of mandarins. Time will tell. Mother Nature is the one in charge, not us. All we can do is water, fertilize, and cross our fingers. So time will tell whether or not we get any mandarins. I think most of the fruits might be on the other side. If I can find a couple, I will bring you back to the mandarins in a second. Let's get back to the Chicago Hardy. This one is planted amongst the water tanks yet again for that extra heat. I'm not sure if it actually needs it because this one is doing extremely well. And I do know, again, just like the brown turkey, it's starting to set fruit. As you can see, these little tiny fruits here doing very well. There was a larger fruit on here, but it's always good for me to see all these tiny little fruits forming on these branches here. Get this leaf out of the way. There you go. There's 2 more. And there's a couple back here. There's one actually a little larger. Let's see, it's hiding under the leaf here. Look at that. Awesome. So this Chicago Hardy's doing very, very well. There's another little one over here. So they're coming along pretty well. We had a number of these last summer to eat, and they were delicious. So Chicago Hardy is definitely one of our uh, favorites on the list of figs to grow here at the ranch. So from here, I'm going to see if I can find any of those mandarin fruits. And then after that, I'm going to take you to some of the peach trees that Clint was getting ready to compost. Alright, so I kind of scoped out the mandarin trees just so that you don't think I'm a liar. Here's a little baby mandarin starting to form over here, and then another one on this side under this leaf. Where did it go? Here it is. Another mandarin over there. Now these do take a while. We are just into May, and they won't be ready for a good number of months yet. They are probably not ready to pick until sometime in October, believe it or not. But right now they're hard to find amongst the green foliage, but once they start to turn their orangey color, um, obviously it looks like a decorated Christmas tree. But they are doing pretty well so far this year. Knock on wood, not a lot of bug damage. We do have a butterfly that likes to drop her eggs on the new vegetation off these plants, and they chomp away at the new leaves. Usually it's just temporary, but for now it seems like everything's good here with the mandarins. All right, so let me swing around and show you one of the peach trees that Clint wanted to compost earlier in the season. All right, so I'm taking you around the back side of the vegetable garden. Here's the back fence of the garden, and coming up on early Alberta. Clint had been drilling me with the name of this peach tree for quite some time, but he was giving up on it, and he actually dug it out of his peach tree area and said, I think this is dead. What do you think we should do with it? And I said, you know what? I've got this spot open outside the garden fence. We might as well give it a chance. It's still early in the season. Let me swing around this side. And I can always water it from the garden hose over to this side here. And let's see what it does. And as you can see, it is responding nicely. I've got some great growth here, and it's doing very well. It may be small, but that's okay. It's going to get pruned anyway to keep it in check. I don't want a huge peach tree that's like 20 feet tall. I want it manageable in size. And now that Clint has given it to me, I will make sure that it is in a manageable size, or remain in a manageable size. There were two blossoms on here. I thought they were going to form into peaches, but I do not see those. Oh, there it is right there. I don't know. Can you see this? Remove these leaves. There's two two peaches in there. I can't even see if it's, but right by my finger. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure. I was going to pull those blossoms off, but that's okay. I just left them, and we'll see what happens. So that is the update on early Alberta that was going to be composted, and so far she's living a good life. All right, before I end this video, I just figured I'd take another quick spin within the guinea pen area, guinea hen pen area. That's very difficult for me to say. The future home of the guinea hens once we get things going. But within here, again, I think I've mentioned it a number of different times. We've put in a collection of figs here. We've got brown turkeys, we have cadotas, we've got black mission. So we have a number of different figs that we've not grown before. And this is the cadota fig on this side. These just went in this year, so we're looking just to get some vegetation growth off of them. I'm really not looking to get fruit off them, but if they fruit, they fruit. I just need to get them going. And then here is the other peach tree that Clint was going to compost. This one's called June Gold, and I don't know why, but this one took forever to leaf out. It must know something that we don't, but we finally got some growth here off one of the higher limbs, and another leaf growth over here, but from here up doesn't seem to be getting anything. We do have a number. Let me swing around this way. Sorry about the wind. We have a number of sprouts coming off lower on the tree that normally I wouldn't leave because I don't want branching coming off this low of the tree. I want it up higher. But for now, I'm going to leave them on here just so the tree can build up some strength. The actual graft here is down low. If I had growth coming off the below the graft line here, that is not true to the tree that we purchased. It's from the graft up, that's June gold. This is just from um, the I just lost the name of it, but from here down is the actual root stock, which would be more of a vigorous, cold hardy root stock that helps keep the June gold part of the plant healthier and stronger. So anything that grows below the union here will be removed. Anything from above is going to get to stay this summer. And here's another one over here. So they'll get to stay this summer, and hopefully these branches will branch out a little bit more. Oh, here's another little sprout on this side. So they're small but dainty, and I will keep them on, grow them out, and see what we get off of this tree. I'm not going to allow it to flower. If any flowers or fruit form, I'll remove them. I don't need them to sap any strength out of this tree. So for now, that's a wrap on the fruit trees. Hope it didn't bore you too much, but some of them are doing well, some of them not so well. Next video, I'll probably do the other fruits that we are growing within the garden. Those would be non-trees or non-shrubs, but that'll be a later video. All right, so for now, that's a wrap. I want everyone to please be well and take care. And a big hug for everyone from the Adobe Ring Ranch. See you in next video.